right, now that you know how to see the full feedback comments, we want to talk about replying to the feedback comments. When you have a draft with feedback comments, you want to read all of the comments, but we'd also like you to reply to the comments. The technical part about replying is pretty easy. You just put your mouse over the comment until you see a reply button and you click it. So I'm pretending to be James Smith replying here. That's the technical part about how you do it, but what do you say? Why are you doing this? We want you to figure out how you will or will not use the feedback comments you get before you start working on your revision. So here's an example. The professor has highlighted these words. Today I'm going to write a summary. And the professor says, so that you know, you do not have to start off by explaining what you will do. And it is a good idea not to start this way in college level writing. So here I am pretending to be James Smith. I would say, wow, I didn't know it. So I'm going to say, thank you, Professor Sayuni. I did not know this. I will avoid telling my readers what I will do and simply do it. Simply do it in my revision. There we go. Easy. So now you've got a reply. This is a different kind of example, a comment where the professor is just telling me, great job. It's a really good example. So if the professor is telling me it's a good example, my reply is probably going to be, thank you. I will keep it in my revision. So I'm letting the professor know what I'm going to do with that. This comment is bigger, so I'm going to guess it's a little more complicated. Let's figure out what an example of how we might reply. The comment first says, can you go a little further in detail as to why this is the purpose? Explain how your example gives readers clues about Lemire's purpose. Lemire is the writer of the graphic novel. So if I look at the example from page 195 to 197 in the text, Jack said, I wasted so much time looking back, I can see a whole lifetime waiting for me. Then James Smith, the student writer, said, when the author wrote that, he wanted to tell us, we shouldn't care about the past, we should pay more attention in the future and improve the relationship with our family in the future. That is the purpose why the author wrote. So I kind of get maybe like, here's the exact words, and then I see James Smith trying to explain it, but I do understand the professor's comment. Like, this explanation is just sort of saying again what was said in the text. And then James Smith tells us this is the purpose. So definitely James tried to make a connection between the example and this idea. This is like a claim, a main idea. But it's not totally clear to me how that example is proving that that is the purpose. So a little bit further here it says, this is something you can do for all your examples in part 1. You have presented some interesting examples to prove you have accurately identified rhetorical elements. However, for me as a reader, and I think for other readers, it would help us better see the accuracy of your ideas if you've revised or expanded your explanation of those examples. You want readers to be able to see the thought connections in your mind between your claims, the places where you tell readers what the rhetorical elements are, and the examples you use to prove them. In this draft, these thought connections are not clear. So if I'm James, I think I understand what the professor is asking for. Okay, thank Oh, whoops, I didn't type okay, right? Okay. Thank you, Professor. Oh, Professor. I will revise the sentences where I try to explain how the examples prove I correctly showed rhetorical elements. Or maybe I didn't even show them. I correctly named them. There we go. All right, so that's my reply. I understand what I have to do. Doesn't mean it's easy, but at least now I know what I need to do in the revision. So hopefully this little video has shown you not just how to make a reply, but examples of how you would reply. And remember again, the idea of the reply is to explain how you will or will not use that feedback as you work on your revision. All right, good luck.